What's up, guys? Welcome back to Esk8Exchange, the podcast where we talk about MBoards, electric skateboards, Esk8Con, and today is a very special episode, but I do have to give you a quick little disclaimer ahead of time. We lost the first 3 minutes of this podcast. I'm not sure what happened, but we pretty much just missed the intros of our very special guests. They really don't need any introductions, but today we've got Scott Davies and Craig Taylor on the show today, our Australian friends, and they actually documented their trips so well. So please go check out their YouTube channels. Pretty much all we missed was them discussing their trip out here, which they document very well in their video. So please go to the description below, subscribe to their channels, see what's up. And now we'll get into the podcast where they're discussing how awesome it is to be staying in downtown Las Vegas just before Esk8Con. Enjoy the show.
Beer goes for miles and miles, right? Scott comes from Queensland, and it's very central, but they've got Surfers Paradise and all that cool stuff up in Queensland. But this place is just surreal. I mean, I didn't honestly think that we'd step out of our hotel, skate down the road, and within 6 minutes, we're standing at the Llama Lot going, hang on a minute, we're here.
Yeah.
This is it.
Insane.
This is just awesome. It's just so close. It's brilliant. Yeah. And the track itself and the car park
right next to the dancing homeless person. It was fantastic.
Yeah, there is some characters downtown. Let me tell you, downtown Las Vegas is downtown Las Vegas, and you will see some things you might not want to see.
Oh, we already have. We've already seen it. We've already not wanted to see it.
I've already got the mental note going. Remote electric skateboard, concentrate.
Yeah.
Stop looking sideways.
It's a whole new experience. Like Craig said, I currently live in Queensland, and we've got the Gold Coast where you get some individuals.
Sure.
These guys are nothing compared to what you guys here in Vegas.
We've got some loons. I'll call them that. They are wild.
I'll be doing some filming, just getting some B-roll for saying, and I'm like, oh, no, I can't use that. I can't blur that out.
That is nudity.
Yeah, there's a boob.
I did it last night. I walked straight through Fremont. Scott and I want to get a run right down the middle.
Yeah.
And we're walking through, and I said, I'll have to speed that piece up. I'll speed the whole lot up.
Just cut it out.
I did end to end and just went fast everything.
Yep.
That's why. Yeah, you show too much, your wives won't let you come back.
Yeah.
My wife would go, whatever.
Well, this will be an annual pilgrimage now, hopefully.
I hope so. If you guys have never been to Vegas, have you?
No.
My
Yeah, that's
first time in
exciting.
the States.
Yeah. First time in the States in general.
Yeah.
Wow, you picked one hell of a city to.
Well, you got to go big, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Baptism by fire a little bit.
Yeah. Have you been to the States before?
I've done Honolulu, which isn't really the States.
Okay. Yeah, that's a whole. To me, it feels like it's
so friendly.
U.S. money works and your phone works, but otherwise it's very different.
You walk. I said to Thomas yesterday, you walk into any shop, it can be a Louis Vuitton shop, and you'll still get greeted with a massive smile and aloha.
Yeah, it's super cool over there.
So chill, so friendly.
Yeah,
I mean that's another one. I mean, what's Jay's coming from?
Yeah,
Hawaii.
he's from Hawaii as well. Yeah.
Mad
Esk8, they're coming.
See that board that he recently painted?
Jay did.
Oh,
yes.
Man, his artwork is just.
It's an Esk8Con one, right? He's actually done the logo.
Yeah, he's raffling that thing off, man.
Is he?
Yeah, I'm like, how do I win that? I want that in my house.
That's where my raffles are going.
Yeah, absolutely.
So again, I've spoken to Jay online for 3 years.
Yeah.
Couldn't tell you what he looks like, but we chat.
Oh,
we chat all the time.
Yeah.
All these videos are all dark, blacked out.
Yeah.
These are Ruroc helmet with a
helmet. Yeah. There's so many people like that we constantly chat to and comments, and it's like, come and say hi. Like, I want to meet you. I want to shake your hand. I want to give you a high five, a fist bump, whatever it is. A little cuddle. No, no cuddles. No cuddles.
I'm the hugger.
He's the hugger. Yeah. I'm at arm's length.
Yeah. 2 years of it, man. Everyone's arms like now. Getting it back. Yeah.
I hate being close to people.
Okay.
So COVID was just my dream time.
Oh wow.
Everyone's like, I'm like, stay over there.
Thank you. Yeah. Goodbye.
It's so good. I was so happy for 2 years. There's no one coming in for cuddles.
See, I come from a European background, so it's all get in there, give me a hug, and then kisses on cheeks. Oh, whoa. So when it's COVID, like, oh.
So what do you guys ride right now? What are your go-tos?
Oh, honestly, my go-to right now is the MYX.
Okay.
The A-Stick. There's something, and I was saying to Thomas before, I don't ride it like it's been built. So they kind of build it as a mountain board. I will never put bindings on that board.
Yeah, right.
I'm not a bindings guy.
Me neither.
I've tried. I gave 4 weeks. I just don't like bindings.
Hey, they're not for everybody. Nope. Yeah.
I hate being locked into something.
Yep.
You know?
I feel like I'm trapped in there. Yeah.
100%.
Yep.
But the MYX, the way they've built it and the way I've got mine set up at home with the slightly softer bushings at the front, whisper quiet gear drive, awesome range, and insane low down torque. I take the thing on. I take it on group rides and carve like anyone. You know.
That's awesome.
Such a fun board. Love it.
And what are you on right now?
My go-to for just about every group ride is my Baja board.
Yeah. Okay.
I've got an S2A Trax. It is factory built.
That's cool.
It is bigger motors than spec, bigger battery than spec.
That's awesome.
And it looks like it's been to World War II and back.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, it is.
Baja boards are wild. Like the amount of parts in a Baja board blows my mind.
The S2A Trax was really a revamp of that.
Okay.
You can pick it up and put it in the back of your car, in your boot.
Yeah.
A trunk.
Yeah,
trunk.
I always get that wrong. Trunk. And it fits in easily.
Okay, nice.
It's a little lighter.
It's quite short. Eh? I was surprised when I saw his board in person when he came up for when he does a big tour. I was like, that's really short.
Like, and I'm super tall. I'm 6'7", right?
Yeah.
Joke.
I was like, oh,
sorry, Jake.
You're not Jacob.
I'm 5'7". I lock my feet into both ends of the trucks because that's comfortable for me. Anyone taller than me, I have had comments that it's a little short, a little stubby.
Okay.
But the speed of it and everything, it just blows my mind. It's a lot of fun. But I ride A-Sticks. I ride the Endurance. We got an Endurance down in Melbourne, Tom, mate. So I've rocked the Endurance a bit. He rides it really loose and scares me, but because it's got great top speed, it's got great range.
It is a fast board.
I'm a go for anything. I love riding.
Yeah,
that's cool.
And I migrate around a bit, but it usually takes me reset the brain. It's not a Baja board. If I run off a gutter at 40 k's an hour or 25 mile an hour, I may come off. Where my Baja board just drive at things.
Yeah. That's true.
It was quite funny watching Craig. We got our boards out yesterday and I charged them up. I was on the NYX and Craig was on the little Stella.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Quite funny. You could tell he's come off a Baja board because he's on. He's very gingerly sort of watching the cracks and negotiating the corrugations and
remembering this is not pneumatic.
These are 90 mil wheels.
I don't get suspension.
Yeah.
That's funny. Hey Milo.
Hey Milo.
It's funny. Milo made Easter egg on one of your
one of my
your last thumbnails
on the live we did on the live stream. Well, when you said you were coming on, I have to do something to honor the fact that you were going to come on the live stream. So Milo was peeking above the Las Vegas sign.
Yeah. That's
nice
funny.
Nice little addition. Speaking, you were just asking about boards.
Yeah,
I don't know if you did. I just rode the Endurance.
Yeah,
man, beautiful board.
Thank you. Yeah. You rode the OG one.
Exactly.
The OG.
And I said to you, you can feel the kilometers on it. Like, but it still feels good. But, it's like, it's been ridden hard. But, man, what a beautiful board. Like, the thickness of the deck.
It's surprising.
It looks good, though. Like, it doesn't look, you don't go, oh, man, that's too fat. Like, it's really nice.
What's wild is I've seen fatter carbon boards with 12.4s in it. Exactly. I'm just like, I don't know. Where does it go? Like, I don't know how thick their walls are or something. Like, I don't know.
They're filling up with padding so the batteries don't rattle, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think it's a fear thing. I think thicker wall thicknesses on some of those boards because out of fear, they don't actually know. They haven't spent time. I mean, you guys...
We stress tested. Yeah, we spent over a year and over a year designing, and our deck took us the longest just because we were having honestly problems with the strength of it.
I mean, I'm fanboying a bit here, but
you're good.
You actually built a board and then tried it out from one supplier and it actually broke, didn't it?
Yeah, so
and then you went back.
We designed our board. We got the mold made at a supplier, which molds are stupid expensive. They're just giant steel.
Yep.
So we felt like we were kind of trapped with them, honestly, because like we didn't know what to do. But the first one they gave us, it wasn't very pretty. It wasn't very refined. They did a lot of hand finishings. Like, this is clearly a sample.
Yep.
They spend their time on production. Fine. Thing was strong as hell. It was great. Then we got 2 or 3 more samples, and then those all sucked. They all were breaking. So I'm like, okay, so the good news is...
Well, they weren't breaking. They were creaking. They were squeaking, and they were like, it just doesn't feel the
right.
same. So they're like, let's break it. So they set it up on some blocks.
So one of them though, we took right out in the parking lot and just down a little, where the sidewalk kind of dips down into the gutter, boom, cracked the front of it. Not off, but enough where it's clearly damaged now.
You can't ship that. You can't.
Never.
You never.
So we were just like, like it was very upsetting because we were already having so much finishing issues. Then, but the good news is we knew the first one was strong. So I'm like, there's just a ratio issue. We knew they could do it because the first one we're like, all right, well, let's go beat the hell out of that one, which is why you feel like it's been beat up because we really did try to beat that one up. Yeah. And that one still survived everything. So
they would hold hands and take turns jumping on it.
Yeah, so that one's been great.
But for me, from being a rider perspective, because I mean, I've been in this sport a lot less time than a lot of other people, but from a confidence perspective, to understand that that's what you've done with the board to get it to a position where, I mean, the OG board, it's been punished. You've ridden.
Oh
it hard.
gosh, yeah.
Scott says, I know that's had a lot of love.
Right.
And the reality of that is, that's what customers expect. So
Right.
It's done the miles.
What's super obnoxious is that even after they gave us those decks that were clearly inferior of the original, didn't really matter. We had to pay for them, and then when it came down for production, we were like, all right, well, we want you to actually stress test one with a computer, an actual like press, so we can get a readout of how much weight it took to finally break it. We had to buy that one too. I'm like, oh my god. So it's just, again, it's part of business. I'm not really complaining, but I'm just like, after you guys kind of like, I don't know if it was an actual miscalculation or if they were just trying to like get away with putting less carbon. I'm sure it's what it was.
Yeah, 100%.
Either way, I was like, all right, well, it needs to we're gonna throw a 200 or 300 pound person on this board, and it needs. And then I'm struggling because I'm like, how much downforce is there really? It's more than 300 pounds. When you go off down a little, So I'm like, I don't know how to do that math. That's physics beyond. I don't know.
Should have gone down to Heart Attack, the restaurant. 350 pounds, you eat for free.
Yeah,
you could have got some free testing done.
That is true.
I tell you one thing I didn't know, and I'm just saying this for the benefit of your potential customers. I didn't realize, and I'm super impressed, and I even say to my video that I was just filming while I was here, I was really impressed that you guys test ride every board before you ship it out.
Oh, that is something we do,
Yeah, we saw it.
I was standing there, I saw Jacob getting hop on a brand new board, and I was like, what's he doing? He's like, no, he's testing it before we ship it.
We test ride, because it doesn't matter what it is. There's sometimes a board will just have a noise, and it'll bother the hell out of a customer. But if we can catch that early, we can adjust something, swap a motor out, whatever. So we'll go ride it, and it gets a little dirty, but we'll bring it back. We'll clean it all up. We'll wipe it down.
Clean it, put it back.
Joe spend another 20 minutes making sure it's literally as clean as possible, and then ship it out.
That's it. Everything costs money, right? You're paying a wage for that person to test it, that person to clean it.
Yep.
But your shipping out error rate, whatever, it will be so much lower.
Yeah, exactly.
The consumer confidence would be higher.
Exactly.
The callback rate would be less. The warranty claims would be less. I mean, it's a good business decision as well as being just a smart thing for consumers to. I mentioned to Jacob, because we do that to our EUCs before we ship them out, right? We don't ride them because it's a bit hard to test ride an EUC. You don't.
Right. That's a little bit of a learning curve on those,
bit.
But we go through like a 30-point check, right? And we used to do this and ship them out, and we test everything. Headlights, horn, you connect to the app, pedals, all that sort of stuff. Mm-hmm. But no one ever appreciated it because they didn't know we did it, which I don't think your customers know you do it.
No, it's true. We don't.
So we now put a little checklist inside our box. So, hey, we've done this, done this, done this, done this, done this.
That's a good point.
And you should, honestly, I said to Jacob, you guys should start putting a little sticker inside the box saying, test ridden.
You know what's crazy? All of our battery packs do have I think it's like a 30, it's like about a 30-point giant QC sheet. Every single battery that gets made here, we file away this, we file away this giant QC sheet that we test the voltage of all the cells. We do all this. There's 30 different points, and Martin has to sign every single box after it's been done, so we know who's done it.
But that's what makes you guys different. That's what I'm saying from a differentiating point of view, whatever it is. You guys do this, so celebrate it. Tell customers, hey, you buy a board from us. Jacob, our 6'9", whatever he is, has test ridden your board. It's been deemed successful. Right. We've done this. We've checked the cells. We've done this. We've done that. We've checked the belts, and now here you go.
Right.
But fanboying again. If I got a check sheet with James's signature on it, going, I'm putting it on the wall. It's going into the shed. Sorry, garage. Sorry, shed in Australia.
We originally were like, you know what? I don't know if I want to get a dirty a board that's been ridden. It's dirty, but then now I'm thinking, I'm like, if I got one. It clearly been ridden. I think I'd be like, all right, somebody tested it.
Somebody's tested it, yeah.
I just don't want people to think that they got a return or something. But
so that's why I'm saying to do the QC.
I think you're right.
I've seen a lot of comments, and again, not from MBoards, going, "Oh, my board arrived dirty." Yeah. In this case, I'm like, it might be a return.
How many boards have you seen come in and my board's got 53 kilometers on
it? Yeah.
Oh, geez, that's a lot. We put about 2 miles at the most. 2 miles.
See, but what the guys do in China is a lot of them, they will have 100 boards on a rack, just on cruise control, just to test the batteries, the voltage, the ESCs. Right. So you'll get customers' boards arrive with 200 kilometers on.
See, and I don't think bench testing almost does anything.
I agree because there's no load.
There's no load at all. It's motors will spin. Our motors will. If you want, trust me, if you want that, we can let our batteries with no load. It'll probably spin for a month or two straight. Not
just that, even if you put a weight on the middle of the board and then run it, it's still no different. You need a dynamic load that's going to move up and down the board, shift it.
You need to feed power back into the battery. All those things, all those systems checks definitely are important.
Absolutely.
When Craig said dynamic load, can you just insert her? That's what she said.
We need
I'm on it.
I've got a thumbs up. I've got a thumbs up.
we need like one of those buttons. Add it to our sound bar.
I inserted one into my video from yesterday when I said, wow, it's way bigger than I expected. So I was talking about the parking lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
That's what she said.
It's funny though, like the parking lot's really big, but like the track takes up so much of it. Like the track's huge. So I think next year we might scale down a little. Scale the track
Scott's
down.
been saying to me, don't
It's
copy what I'm doing. Don't copy my record. He goes, no, I'm not. I pull into the parking lot behind him, and he's vlogging, and he goes, man, it's big. And the first thing I say, it's big. Right behind him, it's like, oh, now I'm watching it back last night going, I can't believe I've just copied him.
But I watched his video from yesterday as well, and he also did the same shot of the coffee cup, the same shot of the menu. I'm like, come on.
Hey man,
and I
So
didn't
funny.
even know until you posted yours, and I posted mine literally, 3 hours later. But
By the way, we are running on fumes.
we are.
I bet.
Man, we are so tired.
My hit.
I didn't even
My
think
head
about
hit
that.
a
Your
pillow.
jet lag's probably terrible right now.
Right now, yeah,
Oh, no,
we were
not
okay
just that.
yesterday. Yeah, well, yeah, not just that. Yeah, we stayed up a little bit too late last night.
Okay,
Yeah.
Vegas gotcha. Vegas
Well,
gotcha.
Not even Vegas.
No.
Just the fruity cocktails.
Okay.
I dragged Scott out to do a walk in Fremont last night, and then I got back to my room, and I'm sort of okay. Scott's amazing. I mean, he edits like a machine.
I am amazing.
Right? He edits like a machine. He gets in as he's going through the day. You're chit chatting, and he's sliding,
Just easier.
doing the edit. I get back to the room, and I'm starting. I
Oh
was like,
jeez.
okay, I'm dying here.
Dead.
3 a.m. My head hit something. I think it was a pillow. And then it's like post.
If there's errors, if there's mistakes,
There is.
well.
No, there is.
I woke up at 3:30. I woke up. I was like, I don't know why, but I opened YouTube and I saw Craig had posted this video, so I watched it. And about 2 minutes in, he starts doing this really nice ride footage, but he forgot to turn his volume down,
Oh, good.
so you can hear the music and you can still hear him talking. He's like, blah, 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 blah.
But it's actually like, look, on the good side of that,
So
I
funny.
talk too much rubbish, right?
You do,
Normally,
you
so
do.
it actually is good that I've
Just drown it out.
Just drown it out with music.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
I can see this guy going
Yeah,
in the
That's
background.
funny. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's very funny. But no, really, really cool car. Amazing parking lot.
Yeah.
Track is definitely when I saw your track shape
Mm-hmm.
and then I saw your vendor list and I said this to you on our live stream. I was like, where are you going to fit everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, how many vendors we got now?
40?
Like 40.
Man.
We can not
And a
list
lot
them-
of them
we can not
have,
list
and a
them
lot of
all.
them have doubles or
I'm
larger
tired.
booths.
Yeah.
We have so many vendors took us up on like a double.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so like a lot of them have doubles. So we actually have like 50 or 60 booths, like 10 by 10 tents that will be there.
I mean,
That's
you've
insane.
got vendors from overseas coming as well, yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Well, we got
Most of them.
Evolve. We've got which they're taking their California team, but
Yeah.
we'll have Maddie there from Australia. We've got who's coming?
X8 is sending Team Canada.
Team Canada, yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
They have
We have a couple Chinese brands that are sending their ambassadors.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
I
represent,
believe
Board.
so-
Rowdy has an employee who lives in the States.
I saw Rowdy was coming. I was like, oh, well, that's a blast from the past.
Yeah, so they're coming. I don't know
Yeah.
who necessarily is going to actually show up, but yeah. Australia. Who? Transite from
Eduardo.
Australia.
Eduardo,
Yes.
very good friend of both of ours.
Yeah.
Oh, good,
Yeah,
good.
mate.
Yeah, he's coming. He like last minute. He's like, I think I can get my boards here in time.
Yeah,
Start shipping them. Start booking
Oh,
flights.
we
man.
were talking to him, and he was like, "Oh, you're going?" And we're like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Oh, let me see if I can get there."
Yeah.
And like 2 days later, he was like, "Boards are getting picked up tomorrow."
All
And
right.
I'm thinking, there's no way this is going to work.
I hope so. I hope
Yeah.
it does for
Boards have
him.
already arrived.
Oh, they're here.
They arrived.
Yeah.
Okay, good. We're
They-
fresh then.
3 days.
3 or 4 days.
Wow.
Wow.
Record.
3
Dude,
days.
Thomas shipped his BioBoard here from the UK, and it was a nightmare to get it through FedEx. Wild.
Yeah, but the thing is, Eduardo, because he runs a business and he
He knew how to do it.
He knew how to do it.
Right.
He obviously either he bribed somebody.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Tape $100 bill to the outside of the box and say, get it there in
Make
time.
it happen.
Make it happen.
There are no
Money-
batteries in this box.
But yeah. That's funny.
So I'm blown. I mean,
Yeah.
you know that everyone knows that my little story now about Full Send Electric and my Hellcat. So I was supposed to bring the Hellcat
Yes.
here and
Okay, 2003 model.
2023 model, and it was kind of real, and it was a real moment for me. That whole thing, I bought a board,
Yeah.
was working with a company, didn't happen, and I said to Eduardo the other day, I said, "Man, how do you do it?" And he just says, "I make it happen."
Yeah. Magic. Don't ask.
Yeah.
Eduardo-
Okay, he's some sort of wizard. I don't mind. But it's good.
Eduardo's one of these guys, though. That was his hobby to start with.
Yeah.
He had a full-time job, and he created Transite. He was working out of his car shed, and then he went through the progression. Like when I first met him, he was putting really basic lingies in.
Yep.
And then we convinced him to go to a few basic hobby wings. Then he got some slightly customized hobby wings. Then he moved to Vesk-based.
Lawsuit pending.
Yeah. And then he started looking at the batteries and started going to better cells. Then he started getting local made. And then he went down this whole route of going to the Australian made consumer division,
huge.
whatever it is.
That's epic.
And saying exactly how does he get the Australian made tick of approval?
Oh, yeah.
You got to pay for it, but you got to have a certain percentage of your product.
Yep.
So he's like, right, okay, so I need to get the batteries made, I need to do this, and now he's the only Australian-made electric skateboard.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Certified.
That's really cool.
And he can put the sticker on it proudly and represent it globally, and he's the only one.
Yep.
I would love to get our boards to the point where it's USA made, because like we source everything. Like, and a lot of our CNC components, we're there. We just gotta finish.
But you must be close if you're sorry to cut you off. You're doing CNC and you're building your own batteries.
We're close. It's just the deck, motors. I don't know how that all works.
Yeah, but there'll be a percentage.
Yeah, you're right.
I reckon if you're over 70%, you're probably already
we're
there.
probably already there then potentially. I'll have to double check that. Yeah,
Get that stamp
I'll double check
approval,
that.
Absolutely.
Imagine all the redneck.
Yeah, that's right.
Made in USA. Yeah.
Put an American flag on it. It sells easy. It sells itself.
I was going to say Confederate flag, but that's not allowed anymore, right?
Oh, gosh.
Whoa.
I'm
not with him.
I grew up watching Dukes of Hazzard.
Okay, yeah,
no,
I
me
feel
too.
you.
Yeah.
I feel
Yo,
you.
generally. That's why I've got a love of Chargers. I said to Scott, there goes a Charger this morning. It's like, oh.
I liked when they remade Dukes of Hazzard. The first one, I think, with Sean William Scott.
Okay.
Stifler. And it's filmed in this day and age, right? And they're in the generally driving through into Atlanta,
Okay.
and they've got the Confederate flag on the roof, and they're sitting in traffic, and these cars are all pulling up next to them, like just yelling abuse at them in the movie.
Oh my gosh.
It's a real funny scene.
That's
It's
interesting.
actually quite funny, yeah.
Okay.
And then a truck driver pulls up next to him with a big moustache, and he's like, "Yeah, the South will rise again."
Oh my god.
You can cuddle spit out, by the way.
It's all jokes. It's okay. It's all good.
But yeah, so to summarize, we're stoked to be here. Like we keep saying, it's a dream, like an absolute dream to have the opportunity to actually fly over to come to an Esk8 event like this.
Yeah.
And to meet all you guys and to meet all the other, all the racers, the subscribers, the fans, just the community. It's awesome.
Manufacturers, the companies.
Connects a lot of dots.
It does.
Yeah.
It puts faces. It puts faces to companies, faces to Instagram handles. Yeah. It just puts into perspective.
Yep.
We're all real people. Like it's interesting.
It's made my life doing customer service for MBoards a little easier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now that people have met me and met us,
Yeah.
talking to them.
MBoards had a very, very, very rocky start, and I think this is something that's really helped us. Show that we do care. We're trying, and it's hard, and business is hard, and things like that. But otherwise, I think yeah, like watching your video, like your vlog coming over. All of a sudden, I'm laying in bed after a night of running around, right? And I'm watching it, and I'm just like, oh, this shit's real. Like, it's people are on their way. Like, we got to make it happen.
We're coming. Yeah.
So it's wild.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, I just want to thank you guys for popping on the show. I appreciate it, and
thanks for so much.
I'm looking forward to a week of a lot of fun.
Yeah, and thanks for hosting us in the shop. Like I know you guys are running a business, and the fact that we just showed up unannounced, and your whole team is just taking time. And
Esk8Con week is about showing off our setup, giving people tours, like
I cannot
hanging
believe
out.
How organized you guys are.
I can't believe you think that.
I
Don't open that closet. I can tell you that.
James is in there just sewing up jackets.
Yeah.
I got blisters on my fingers.
It's an absolute pleasure to have come all this way and actually be part of it all. And I said to Thomas as we just went for a snack before, and I just said, it feels so real now. And it's just awesome. I can't describe the feelings now.
Yeah.
But it is all happening, and
We've both said we have inverted nipples because it's so cold outside.
Oh,
so cold.
It is. It will be. So last year, everybody was like, "Oh my god, it's so hot." Esk8Con was so warm. It was like high 70s, right? This year, I swear to you, it will be mid 50s. It is going to be freezing.
So when we flew out of Queensland, it was 96% humidity.
Oh my gosh.
And about 96 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, that's hot.
So I left Melbourne, and it was about, 50% humidity and about 38 degrees Celsius. Then I flew to Brisbane. I was in Brisbane for 3-4 days with my family, and I caught up with Scott to fly out. And Brisbane was just unbearable.
Stinking. It's so bad. It's gone tropical.
And several weeks ago, Scott and I were talking, and he's saying, I'm going to go sit by the pool in Vegas and have a drink. And
we did sit by the pool yesterday. We met a very interesting character, Mary.
Oh, Mary Monday.
Shout out to Mary.
Shout out to Mary.
Mary from
she's watching. We know she is.
She's
Washington State.
Washington State.
Yep.
She's about 80, 90-year-old lady.
That's amazing.
She works with, she represents people with addiction in court. She's a defense attorney.
Okay.
Her son, Garrick, is here. She comes every year with her son, Garrick. She drinks a lot of beer.
He didn't get you.
He didn't get me. He didn't get my sense of humor. I have a very strange sense of humor. And the first thing she said to us was, "What's with you and your fruity drinks?" So it was a friendship made. It was a friendship made instantly by the fire pit.
You'll only sit here if you're fun.
Yeah, that's what she said. Yeah,
if you're not fun, move on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but that was fun. It was nice. But yeah, this weather is freezing.
Yeah, it's cold for Vegas
cold.
in end of March. It is cold.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
But we're enjoying it.
We are because our summers are
sooner than later, it's
brutal.
gonna be
You know what?
hot.
I'm loving it too. I'm loving the cold weather. The only thing I hate, I've got dry lips.
Oh yeah. It's so funny is you came on it like rained this morning, which doesn't happen.
I heard the rain on my hotel against the window.
Yeah, I was like, well, it just doesn't happen. It just doesn't rain here very often.
And something you probably haven't noticed: Scott Davies in a jumper.
Yeah, yeah. I had long pants on yesterday. I never wear long pants.
That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying your stay in Vegas
we
so far. Hopefully, Vegas treats you well. Hopefully, you leave with a little bit more money than you came here with.
The only
Probably
two things
not.
I've been warned about is don't let Vegas get hold of you.
Yeah, don't let it. It'll suck you in.
Yeah,
It'll spit you out.
No clocks in the casinos.
No clocks, no windows. They do not put windows in the casino.
I said this. Sorry, I know
Sorry,
we're
we're going
I said
sideways
this,
again.
Craig. I said this, Craig, last night. When you walk down the Fremont Street Experience at nighttime, your whole sense of time, even when you're outside, is blowing because that roof is so bright.
Yeah, it looks like it's daytime in
You
there.
walk out, you're like, oh, it's not night, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, should we get dinner? Oh no, it's midnight. It's like, holy crap, when did that happen?
We walked in there. It was 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
What happened? It's been 8 hours.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure Marty McFly is in there somewhere pressing the button.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Dude, it's Vegas is specifically designed to keep you here as long as possible. So be careful about that.
Yeah. And we're loving it. We're just loving the
it's
experience.
great.
We came with the expectation to get up to a bit of trouble, have lots of fun, and skate.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And now you will surely do all
We've
those
done
things.
all 3 already.
Yeah, already.
So,
Mission accomplished.
Exactly.
Check, check.
Exactly right.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah. Hey, again, thank you guys for being here.
No,
And
thanks.
guys, thank you guys for watching. If you're not subscribed already, please hit that button and subscribe to those two as well. They've got great content on both of their channels.
Thanks so much for that.
Comments are in the show notes below, links directly. I think if you hit 10,000, you'll jump out of a plane.
That's it.
But by then, you'll be home.
Come on.
By the time this comes out, you'll probably be home.
Exactly right. And comment below if you think Maddie needs to have a camera.
She definitely needs a camera.
Comment
100%.
below if she needs.
I keep being promised a camera, but here we are.
I feel like if she had a camera, it would be very much Howard Stern show. You know how he talks. The producer's got her own camera.
That's true.
We need to get a camera.
I will order her a camera before you leave
Done.
Vegas.
Done. I want to see it. The next one, I want to see it.
Yeah, I will show you. I will make sure that I show you the order.
Do it.
All right, guys.
All right.
Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next one.